Antony stood looking after the inspector as he strode off, silent for so long that Bill shook him by the arm at last, and asked him, rather crossly, what was the matter. Antony shook his head slowly from side to side.
I don't know. Really, I don't know. It's too devilish what I keep thinking. It can't be as cold-blooded as that.
Who?
Without answering, Antony led the way back to the garden seat on which they had been sitting. He sat there with his head in his hands.
Oh, I hope they find something.
He murmured.
Oh, I hope they do.
In the pond?
Yes.
But what?
Anything, Bill. Anything.
Bill was annoyed.
I say, Tony, this won't do. You really mustn't be so damn mysterious. What's happened to you suddenly?
Antony looked up at him in surprise.
Didn't you hear what he said?
What particularly?
That it was Cayley's idea to drag the pond.
Oh, I say.
Bill was rather excited again.
You mean that he's hidden something there? Some false clue which he wants the police to find?
I hope so, but I'm afraid.
He stopped short.
Afraid of what?
Afraid that he hasn't hidden anything there. Afraid that...
Well?
What's the safest place in which to hide anything very important?
Somewhere where nobody will look.
There's a better place than that.
What?
Somewhere where everybody has already looked.
By Jove! You mean that as soon as the pond has been dragged, Cayley will hide something there?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
But why afraid?
Because I think that it must be something very important. Something which couldn't easily be hidden anywhere else.
What?
Asked Bill eagerly. Antony shook his head.
No, I'm not going to talk about it yet. We can wait and see what the inspector finds. He may find something. I don't know what. Something that Cayley has put there for him to find. But if he doesn't, then it will be because Cayley is going to hide something there tonight.
What?
Asked Bill again.
You will see what, Bill?
Said Antony.
Because we shall be there.
Are we going to watch him?
Yes, if the inspector finds nothing.
That's good.
Said Bill. If it were a question of Cayley or the law, he was quite decided as to which side he was taking. Previous to the tragedy of yesterday, he had got on well enough with both of the cousins, without being in the least intimate with either. Indeed, of the two, he preferred perhaps the silent, solid Cayley to the more volatile Mark. Cayley's qualities, as they appeared to Bill, may have been chiefly negative, but even if this merit lay in the fact that he never exposed whatever weaknesses he may have had, this is an excellent quality in a fellow guest, or, if you like, fellow host, in a house where one is continually visiting. Mark's weaknesses, on the other hand, were very plain to the eye, and Bill had seen a good deal of them. Yet, though he had hesitated to define his position that morning in regard to Mark, he did not hesitate to place himself on the side of the law against Cayley. Mark, after all, had done him no harm, but Cayley had committed an unforgivable offence. Cayley had listened secretly to a private conversation between himself and Tony. Let Cayley hang if the law demanded it. Antony looked at his watch and stood up.
Come along,
he said.
It's time for that job I spoke about.
The passage?
Said Bill eagerly.
No, the thing which I said that I had to do this afternoon.
Oh, of course. What is it?
Without saying anything, Antony led the way indoors to the office.